have a question for you. Are you a soy boy? Now I know this is something that's turned into an internet meme in the past lot of years. Countless videos being made about men's testosterone dropping or men feminizing when they drink soy products. I actually quite like the insult, especially if you see a very weak feminizing man. It is quite fun to poke fun and go, oh, soy boy. I love it. But let's look at the facts. Do soy products actually reduce testosterone levels? So when looking at something like this, it's important to consider all studies. Now, for every scientific study, I always say this, for every study, there's always an opposing study. Meaning for one study's findings, another study tends to find something completely different. And this is the problem with science, right? And especially nutritional science, is that there is a lot of muddied water where scientific experiments, depending on how the study is conducted, the trial groups used, there's so many, a vast array of different perspectives to take into considerations, people's genetics and stuff, fine-tune details and variables. It's just very hard to pinpoint actual concrete evidence at the end of the day. However, for the case of soy, so there was a prominent study done in 2001 in a Japanese journal. It took a trial of men who was consuming 400 milliliters of soy drinks per day. They then checked their testosterone levels between 4 to 8 weeks afterwards and found no difference in testosterone levels. Coupled that with a further study in 2015, there were varying coupled men who were actually in for IVF treatment. So they got them to take some form of soy products daily, and at the end of this they see no difference in fertility levels, sperm counts, or testosterone levels yet again. Now, there was a study, however, in 50 men that did show a decrease in testosterone levels after consuming soy drinks, which was quite a substantial decrease. However, some of the more recent modern studies have not been able to replicate this. Now, soy milk and soy products do have estrogen in soy. However, it doesn't seem directly correlated, and it doesn't seem to have an effect on estrogen levels or testosterone levels when consuming. But the important thing to state here, and most studies do state this, is in moderate levels, okay? They don't have people consuming huge amounts of soy. It's usually small amounts, then they review their levels shortly, only weeks after. So we actually kind of don't know, and we don't really have many more studies on long-term effects or people that's consuming large amounts. And for the vast majority of people who do consume soy products, a lot of people don't just consume small amounts. People tend to consume a way overboard of what recommended daily amounts are. So if you're consuming moderate soy products, is it going to affect your testosterone levels? Probably not. In fact, if you're a pre-menopausal woman, this has actually been shown to affect estrogen levels in your body, actually for the better. Soy might have some good effects where that's concerned. But there is actually more of a real matter to strike out, I think, when we talk about soy. So we talk about feminizing men drinking soy products. For me, the consumption of meats, for example, have been shown to increase testosterone. You get an array of full amino acids, better absorption rates, that kind of thing. And that can actually in turn lead to increased testosterone levels. So if you're a man that's decided to drink soy because maybe of a dietary choice or environmental or a moral choice in terms of maybe like animal products, this can actually have an effect because it cuts off your ability to have a more diverse range of nutrition. Now, of course, I'm not going to get into vegan vegetarianism. I'll leave that for another video. But in terms of soy, it can lead on to other variant impactors of testosterone levels. I did a very vast video over my channel on this before on testosterone levels. It covers really extensively ways to increase your testosterone and what could be hurting your testosterone. You can check it out. But in short, certain lifestyle choices, not just nutritionally, but mentally can make a difference. For example, I'm going to give you a very random one here. Supporting a football team, or being passionate about a certain political candidate, or a political movement, something culturally, or having a strong opinion on something. Like a team, when your team, candidate or whatever wins, it has been shown to actually surge testosterone temporarily in men. So those small, even like mental changes designed to support a sports team can actually have an effect on testosterone levels. So these are certain things to consider. I would consider your lifestyle choices a lot more than what I would consider if you're just consuming soy products. So soy isn't going to kill you. It may have estrogen in it, but so does other forms of milk as well. So just like everything, don't take the piss. Anyway, I've been Colin from the Orcs Den. If you liked the video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. But until the next time, I'll catch you later, Orcs.